Hey, what's happening, folks? Boy now one here, and I'm back with a Madden Ultimate Team gameplay, and I'm not going to be doing a shoutcast commentary this time. I'm just going to use the game as a backdrop to what I want to talk about, which is some sports topics, because if you guys did not know, the Texas Boy 91, before I was a Texas Boy, I had a part-time job at a radio show in Colorado. I used to work on campus at my school radio show, talked about some sports, and I was very awful back then. I was not a pretty good speaker. I was pretty bad, actually. Actually, I was really bad. I'm not going to lie. I was awful at what I did, but for some reason, they decided to have me on the crew, so it made me a little more confident to do some sports professionally, and I wouldn't mind working on a radio show. I just don't think that I have the voice for it, because I don't really have, I can't talk for a long period of time without getting my voice scratchy, so if that gets fixed, it might be a little bit better, but until then, I'll just do it on YouTube and give you guys my Hacky Sports radio opinions. And today we're going to talk about the Colin Kaepernick and his $18 million wish. So if you guys did not know, Colin Kaepernick, quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers, wants to make $18 million. He wants to be paid as much as, I believe, Jay Cutler and Joe Flacco, and he's going to get that money. If you guys did not know, he's going to get that money. Do I believe he needs to be paid that money? Yes, as a short answer. I'll go ahead and basically explain a little bit later on, but he's going to get his money only because there's not really many quarterbacks in the league that does what he does well, and he's one of the rare 3 or 4 that they have. So he's going to get paid because of that reason, and if the Niners don't keep him, he's going to go somewhere else and get that money. He's going to go to Cleveland. Imagine Cleveland, even though it's not a desirable place to live, but imagine Cleveland with a nice dual-threat quarterback with Jordan Cameron and Josh Gordon with that elite defense. They did lose to Cole Jackson to the Colts, but their defense is still pretty nice. Nice cornerbacks, nice safety play, nice D-line play, and have a good, solid offense with a good quarterback. That is going to be a pretty nice squad in the AFC. If he goes to Jacksonville, not many two options there, but they still got a nice defense. They pretty have a good, productive offense, but it's not going to be anything too crazy. But there are a lot of teams that are going to pay that guy $18 million, so the Niners are going to pay him just because of that reason alone. But I think he's going to get paid because of what other options the Niners have at quarterback. They can't really rely on Jim Harbaugh's coaching ability. They're not going to take a flyer on somebody in the second round this year and say, all right, Jim Harbaugh, do the same thing you did with this guy, and we'll kick out Kaepernick like Alex Smith. That's not going to happen. That's going to be one of those rare instances where they got lucky in a sense, because it's kind of funny because Kaepernick could have been a Bengal, but the Bengals decided to take Andy Dalton because of the draft is just not really anything you can measure talent off of, just hope trafficking. So I just find that very funny that they could have had Kaepernick, but they got Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton's not that good, and it's kind of funny. But Kaepernick's going to get that money, and there are a lot of quarterbacks in the league that they're going to get paid $18 million because of all the other bad quarterbacks that have done no winning getting that money. And it's so funny because everybody says these guys don't deserve this money, but like I said, what other options do you have? Romo got that money because who are you going to pick up? Carson Palmer? Who else got that money? Joe Flacco got that money because ain't no other quarterback like that can do some winning occasionally, but it's still not that good. So it just kind of sucks that teams are being put in position to pay quarterbacks that aren't really too crazy. Now, while I'm recording this, I'm looking at a list of all the starting NFL quarterbacks in the league last year, and he's going to get this money. It's not even a question if Kaepernick's going to get paid. I'm looking at the list. You got Matt Ryan, not Flacco, but Kaepernick's better than Matt Ryan. He's better than Joe Flacco. He's better than Thaddeus Lewis. He's better than, I can say he's better than Cam Newton. I don't really want to say that, but right now he's better than Cam Newton. Better than Andy Dalton. Better than Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford got all that money, and I have no idea if Matthew Stafford's any good or not. You guys may say, oh, he's great. He threw 5,000 yards. Yeah, but I don't think that really means anything. The league's changed a lot lately, and a guy that has a cheat code on his team, and Calvin Johnson, throws up to him the entire time, and he makes bad decisions most of the time during the season. I don't think he's that good. I feel like he's just overrated because he has Calvin Johnson out there, but what quarterback really wouldn't be? So I think Kaepernick is miles ahead of Matthew Stafford. Andrew Luck versus Kaepernick, that is an interesting decision as well because Kaepernick doesn't really turn the ball over. He has made some terrible reads in the past couple of weeks in the big moments, but I feel like Andrew Luck's kind of like a Brett Favre when he throws a lot of picks, but that's kind of a push right there as well. Drew Brees is better than Kaepernick. Kaepernick is better than Eli Manning at this point. He's better than Ben Roethlisberger. He's also better than probably Russell Wilson. Wilson won a Super Bowl, but before that Super Bowl game, Wilson was not anything too crazy. So, like I said, Kaepernick's probably better than, as 32 starting quarterbacks in the league, he's probably a top 6, 7 quarterback in the league right now, so he's going to get that money, and it's just very funny that if the Niners aren't going to pay him, he's going to go somewhere else and make so much money, and he's not going to be tripping about it because that guy seems to be one of those guys that does not care where he plays as long as he plays and wins. San Francisco's nice, Cleveland's not, but if Cleveland get a guy $20 million to go out there and play with Josh Gordon, Jordan Cameron, that would not be a terrible decision to make. You know, you're living in Cleveland. Cleveland's not really a good location to play. And plus, you don't got to play in that cheat code of that Seattle defense like ever again. Unless you see it in the Super Bowl. So, a lot of options to say, but that's pretty much the video. And what do you guys think? Do you guys think that Colin Kaepernick's going to get $18 million a year? And why not if you don't believe so, whatever. But anyway, folks, of course, the gameplay is coming to an end. I do nothing with those last 2 possessions, kick field goals, because that's what I do. My offense is pretty awful in this game. It was good at one point, but my offensive line has not gotten anything to. They've been playing bad lately. And I don't know if that's because of me and my playbook, because I switched up each and every single time, or it's just because my guys are becoming obsolete, which doesn't make any sense because they've been playing pretty well. It's just as soon as like everybody got all these 99 overall cars, they just decided to become stupid. So I didn't really like that. You got Sherman out there playing good defense, forcing a hit. Next play on 4th and 1, he goes for it, and he gets sacked pretty much, and we get the ball back. So that ends the game. I'm the Texas boy. Hope you guys enjoy this different commentary. I'll be back next week or some other time with another one for you guys. I'm out, other mother bleeper. Peace.